Hey Yankees fans, let's dive into all the latest buzz surrounding the team. Over the weekend, the rumor mill was absolutely buzzing with potential trades and roster moves, and there's a lot to unpack. One of the big stories that surfaced involves talks between the Yankees, the Miami Marlins, and the Milwaukee Brewers, and it started to get really interesting for anyone paying attention to the pitching market. First, let's talk about the Marlins starting pitcher, Edward Cabrera. From what I've gathered, Cabrera is a right-handed starter with some serious tools. He's got a nasty changeup, throws hard, and while his fastball can be hit at times, he brings some real upside. Last season was solid for him, with 26 starts, a 3.53 earned run average, over 137 innings pitched, and a strikeout total around 150. Health has been a concern with him, though, and that's something any team considering a trade has to weigh. The Yankees seem to be in discussions about him, and the potential trade pieces that have leaked are really intriguing. Two names have been mentioned more than others, and it's not the prospects everyone might expect. Dylan Lewis, a Yankee outfielder in the minors, has shown some pop and a promising bat over the past season. Last year, he hit 22 home runs and had 79 runs batted in, with a batting average just above .230 and a solid on-base plus slugging. Lewis is 22 years old, stands 6'3", and bats right-handed. Alongside him, Ben Hess has also made some waves in the minor leagues. Last season, Hess pitched 15 starts in High A with a 3.51 earned run average before being promoted to Double A, where he recorded 7 starts with a 2.7 earned run average. In total, Hess logged 103 innings, struck out 139 batters, and held opponents to a .177 batting average. These two young talents could very well be the pieces the Yankees are considering sending to Miami in exchange for Cabrera. Personally, I'm not shocked by the names being mentioned, even though some might expect other prospects like Spencer Jones or Dominguez to be involved. Cabrera is often compared to Luis Healy, and the comparison makes sense in certain ways. Healy has a slightly better fastball, but Cabrera throws a wider mix of pitches, 5 compared to Healy's 3. Both pitchers are talented, with potential to develop into reliable starters, and both bring upside that teams would be excited about. Some fans may feel Cabrera is being overvalued, considering last year was his career high in innings and starts. Still, the potential is there, and if he can stay healthy, he could fit well into the Yankees' rotation, complementing other young pitchers like Healy and Will Warren, not to mention Cam Schlittler. The key for the Yankees will be balancing potential with risk, ensuring they don't overpay for talent that might have injury concerns, but at the same time, they're looking to strengthen their starting rotation, and Cabrera could be an intriguing addition. On another front, there have also been discussions involving Freddy Peralta in Milwaukee. Peralta had a standout season last year, going 17-6 with a 2.7 earned run average over 33 starts. He pitched nearly 177 innings and recorded over 200 strikeouts, which makes him an incredibly attractive option for any team looking to bolster their rotation. The wrinkle here is that Peralta will be a free agent at the end of the season, so any trade involving him could be more about the short-term boost than a long-term commitment. Bringing in Peralta could give the Yankees a formidable rotation, especially if they were able to pair him with someone like Cabrera, but the cost and prospects could be significant. It's a delicate balance. Do you trade a high-potential minor leaguer for a one-year rental of elite talent, or do you focus on developing the players you already have? Meanwhile, the Yankees have reportedly made a second offer to Cody Bellinger, which suggests they are still actively exploring options to strengthen their lineup. The terms of the deal aren't public, but the fact that a second offer exists indicates that the team sees Bellinger as a potentially valuable piece. The decision now rests largely with Bellinger, who will weigh the offer against other opportunities. The Yankees seem to be trying to cover all bases when it comes to bolstering the lineup, whether through trades or signings, keeping their focus on adding right-handed bats and ensuring they have depth across the roster. Speaking of right-handed bats, Bo Bichette and Nico Hoerner are names that have come up in discussions as well. Bichette is one of the premier right-handed hitters in the league, while Hoerner brings a combination of contact hitting, speed, and elite defense. Hoerner, in particular, has shown significant growth, posting strong numbers in batting average and on-base metrics, while continuing to be a threat on the base paths. A potential trade involving Jazz Chisholm for Horner has been floated, and while some may argue it's a left-for-right swap that balances positional needs and hitting profiles, it could be a creative solution to the Yankees' desire for more right-handed power in the lineup. Pairing Horner with players like Bichette could give the Yankees a versatile, dynamic infield with the ability to generate runs, move runners, and anchor both defense and offense effectively. All of this highlights a broader theme for the Yankees heading into the next season: flexibility, strategy, and calculated risks. They are exploring multiple avenues to strengthen pitching, hitting, and defensive depth while also keeping an eye on future potential in the farm system. Balancing immediate upgrades with long-term prospects is a delicate art, and the Yankees are clearly working hard to navigate it. Whether it's pursuing Cabrera, Peralta, Bellinger, or making creative trades to acquire players like Horner, the focus is on building a team that can compete at the highest level, sustain success through injuries, and maintain a deep roster capable of navigating a long, grueling season. The rotation, in particular, is a major point of discussion. Imagine a scenario where Cole, Rodon, Peralta, Schlittler, and maybe even Max Fried are all healthy and performing at their peak. That's a rotation that could dominate both the regular season and the postseason, assuming health holds. Depth in pitching is crucial, and the Yankees seem determined to add both proven arms and high upside talent. Each potential trade and signing is being weighed carefully from both a performance and financial perspective, ensuring that every move is strategic rather than reactionary. At the same time, the infield and lineup construction are under scrutiny. Finding the right mix of power, contact hitting, and defensive capability is essential, and the team appears to be exploring every creative option. Discussions about Jazz, Horner, and Bichette show a willingness to think outside the box and pursue non-traditional solutions to strengthen the roster. These decisions will ultimately shape not just the opening day lineup, but the team's competitive posture throughout the season. There's also the broader consideration of potential future free agency. Signing or trading for players like Peralta may involve weighing short-term benefits against long-term roster flexibility. How the Yankees navigate this landscape, balancing immediate competitiveness with sustainability, will be fascinating to watch. Every prospect, every trade discussion, and every negotiation adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate strategy. Continuing from all the trade chatter, the Yankees' focus on strengthening their roster doesn't stop at pitching or the infield. The team is clearly evaluating how to maximize offensive production without compromising defensive stability. Players like Cody Bellinger and Bo Bichette are at the center of these discussions because they represent both immediate impact and flexibility for the lineup. Bellinger, with his power and ability to handle the bat, could fill a critical void in right-handed hitting, while Bichette provides a dynamic option up the middle. If the Yankees manage to pull off a trade or signing involving either of these players, it would dramatically shift how opposing teams approach them, especially late in games when depth and versatility become decisive. Pairing a potential new bat with existing stars in the lineup also opens up opportunities for strategic platoons and situational matchups, which could be pivotal over a long season that tests both endurance and consistency. One thing that stands out from all the rumors is the Yankees' willingness to be creative with their farm system assets. Prospects like Dylan Lewis, Ben Hess, and even others like Spencer Jones and Dominguez represent high potential. But the Yankees are clearly calculating which combinations of minor leaguers and major league talent can produce the best net gain. Sending Lewis and Hess to Miami for Cabrera, for instance, might look steep to some fans, but when you consider Cabrera's upside as a potential top-of-the-rotation starter and the control he still has, it makes more sense from a strategic perspective. The balancing act is complex. The team wants to upgrade immediately while ensuring that long-term growth in the minors isn't compromised. It's a dance between present competitiveness and future sustainability, and the Yankees seem determined not to shy away from it. Meanwhile, the potential of adding Freddy Peralta introduces another layer of excitement. Peralta's career season last year demonstrates that he can handle a full workload and dominate lineups. but acquiring him would likely come at a substantial cost in prospects. If the Yankees do manage to bring both Peralta and Cabrera aboard, that could create a rotation that rivals any in the league, assuming health holds. The challenge, as always, is managing the risk. Both pitchers have potential injury concerns, and investing heavily in one-year rentals or high-upside arms requires confidence in the development of other pitchers within the system. The depth of the rotation is critical, not just for the regular season, but for playoff success, and the Yankees front office is clearly weighing these decisions carefully, ensuring that each move positions the team to maximize its chances over the course of a grueling schedule. On the hitting side, the discussions around Nico Hoerner and Jazz Chisholm illustrate how the Yankees are considering every angle. Hoerner's combination of contact hitting, speed, and elite defense makes him a highly attractive target. Jazz Chisholm, while a talented player in his own right, represents a potential trade asset to balance positional needs and acquire the right-handed bat the Yankees are seeking. The debate over trading a left-handed bat for a right-handed hitter is nuanced, because it's not just about raw numbers, but also lineup construction and how players complement one another on the field. Hoerner's ability to get on base, swipe bases, and provide elite infield defense could transform the middle infield, particularly when paired with a player like Bichette. That combination could create an infield that is both offensively potent and defensively airtight, giving the Yankees a significant advantage over opponents who rely heavily on standard platoon matchups. Looking at all these moving pieces together, it's clear that the Yankees are thinking strategically in multiple dimensions. The potential additions of Cabrera, Peralta, Bellinger, Hoerner, or even creative swaps involving minor leaguers illustrate a willingness to explore all options and optimize the roster in ways that go beyond traditional approaches. Every potential trade, every prospect evaluation, and every signing is being assessed not only for immediate impact, but also for how it shapes flexibility and depth across the season. This includes managing innings, keeping the rotation fresh, and ensuring that positional versatility is maintained throughout the year. The Yankees are clearly targeting players who can fill multiple roles, contribute in different situations, and enhance both offense and defense simultaneously. The Yankees' roster strategy also emphasizes adaptability. Injuries are always a factor in a 162-game season, and the ability to pivot based on availability, performance, and unforeseen challenges is critical. That's why prospects, minor leaguers, and fringe players are so valuable. They provide the flexibility to fill gaps when needed and allow the team to maintain high performance across multiple stretches of the season. The potential trades being discussed, whether involving Cabrera, Peralta, Bellinger, or Hoerner, are part of a larger strategy to ensure that the Yankees remain competitive even if circumstances change unexpectedly. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers rippled through clubhouses and front offices after the Yankees stunned the league by announcing a move that feels more like a statement than a transaction. The name attached to the buzz is Kyle Tucker, and while nothing has been fully placed in ink, the mere suggestion has been enough to tilt the conversation of the sport. Insiders describe it as a calculated gamble wrapped in confidence, a belief that a certain swing was practically engineered for the Bronx skyline. Around the game, scouts have long admired Tucker's left-handed stroke, the way the barrel lingers in the zone just long enough to punish the smallest mistake. Now imagine that swing aimed at the short porch, the ball jumping off the bat with backspin that seems to know exactly where it wants to land. The Yankees, so the rumor goes, see more than raw power. They see geometry, physics, and an offensive profile that could redefine how pitchers approach the lineup. Opposing staffs are already said to be uneasy. The idea of having to navigate an order where patience blends seamlessly with thunder is unsettling enough. But Tucker's presence would add a different kind of pressure. He is viewed as a hitter who forces early decisions, who makes fastballs feel risky and breaking balls feel exposed. In hushed conversations, pitching coaches are said to be debating adjustments they might need to make should this speculation turn into reality. For the Yankees, the intrigue runs deeper than numbers. This is about identity. There's a sense that the organization wants to reclaim an aura of inevitability, the feeling that a game can tilt with one swing. Tucker fits that narrative too perfectly to ignore. Even as executives publicly downplay the chatter, the silence feels strategic, almost loud in its own way. Until clarity arrives, the league is left to imagine. If this rumor materializes, it could reshape not only a lineup, but the balance of fear across the American League. And if it doesn't, the speculation alone has already done its job, reminding everyone that the Yankees are thinking big and that Kyle Tucker's swing might be the kind that changes how a stadium breathes. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.